This is John Sullivan, and this is Saturday. I always have to look. August 27th, 2016. So, here I am, just southwest of the mountain range, on the backside of Sierra Vista, still in Cochise County. And this is an 18-mile stretch of road between Parker Canyon Lake that way and Coronado National Monument that way. Sometimes it gets flooded out. You can just have to wade it through. Sometimes you get locked in here at night because they close the gates. Let's hope that's not the case tonight. It's really a wonderful, beautiful place to be. And I've been waiting for a while to get back out here. Been doing a lot of Carver Canyon, but I really wanted to get back out here to do this section here. And this is going to be my cancer update for this week. It's probably going to go long, so I apologize in advance. Most of them do. I'm pretty much done with the elections, so we're going to be concentrating on other stuff like who knows what. I'm actually filming a movie that got halted in production. No Harm, No Foul. We'll pick that back up. The movie is called Liberty 72, and I'm not going to give you the subtitle yet because I'm still deciding which one I want to use. It follows on the footsteps of pretty long history of Liberty 72 projects that started back in 1996. A project called When Battleships Fly. And after that, it went to a trilogy, both books and movies. The stories are still out there. I even have them online somewhere at the Sullivan's Project's official Facebook page. At least I know one or two of them are there. What you're hearing down there is actually a stream that runs through here. And if you get on Twitter, you can see exactly where I'm at. But I think just about right here is where I want to set this camera up to do the shot this week. Because I kind of have a thing with hills. I don't know why. It's amazing. But it's true. So that'll be just right there. Good. You can see it? I can see it. Now, first of all, the cancer update. My cancer has not spread so far as we know. I was done with my radiation treatments, finally, all 28 of them, on Thursday, and this is Saturday. Friday and Saturday have both been days where I've been vomiting a lot, as always, since last Saturday. I'm actually forcing water into myself because I was in the ER for 4 hours. Do that little peg tube here. It's probably far enough for now away you can actually see the thing without being too grossed out, but that's it. It goes out of my stomach. And I take these little syringe things, about 2 ounces apiece, pump water in through there. I really hate it, but you know what, like I said, given what happened with Terri Schiavo, I'm really glad to have it. And I bet she would have loved to have that too. They pulled it by court order and the state killed her. We are at a point now where I'm going to be in rest and recuperation. There's nothing really planned except for the PET scan itself. Sometime in early October, knock on wood, if the cancer has not metastasized, that means to Rio Linda graduates, if it has not spread through the rest of my body, then we're going to go ahead and go with the surgery. And with the surgery, I'm not sure if you can see this or not, I have this mark right here that they've been doing the radiation. It's permanent ink, so it takes a couple days to get rid of. And you can see my cataport right there. That's where they put all the IVs and stuff. Not only for the chemo, but for anything else they need to do. It actually has a line going up my neck into about right there, and it goes down into a vein, an artery. I don't know which one, but I know it's kind of tricky to pull out when they do, so I'm kind of... Anyways, they're going to cut out a whole section of the esophagus right through here. And it's going to be a really dicey operation, but thankfully, I have a very world-famous, world-renowned, probably the top 3 in his field, lung, heart, esophagus guy named Dr. Lee who's going to do this for me. And all you drunk drivers out there, you just be very careful. Don't run into this guy because I can't afford to lose him right now. I don't know how the heck I got such good luck to get him, but he is definitely the best in this area, well known throughout the state and around the country as doing this kind of operation. I mean, he could do more. I was just like hoping they would open the chest up, pull the rib cage apart, and work on my esophagus. This guy's going to go in under by the diaphragm, down through the throat with chopsticks, and somehow cut that section out, pulled, stretched the healthy ends together, and somehow, from a remote procedure, stitch it all together. And I'm going to be inpatient for about 10 days in October for that, and I'm going to be actually resting at home in Sierra Vista for a month after that. And hopefully I'll have my strength back, my voice back, my sense of humor back. I haven't lost that, but I'll tell you, this sickness is really a sickness. And hopefully after that, I'll be back in good shape to go back to work, do a full recovery, get this stuff removed. I'm really looking forward to that. And once again, thanks very much to my sister Mary. She gave me some really good advice on how all this is going to go because she's been there and she's been checking in with me to kind of tell me just kind of the things I'm looking for as far as what to expect. Dr. Hal from Banner has been actually very, very excellent as well. Everything she said that I'd be going through has been spot on, and really has been. So that's that. It's to the point now where I'm very, very worried for the first time that I just don't have all my ducks in a row for if things go wrong. Things go wrong include like a blood clot that hits my brain, heart stops, all these kind of things can happen during the operation. And my worry isn't that will happen, but I just don't have all my loose ends tied up yet as far as how the estate's going to be distributed, making sure all my stuff is ready to go for a funeral. But for the most part, it's all done. I just need to tie all that up before, because this really is a really dicey operation. And I'm just worried not about the operation or how it's going to go, but just to make sure I'm ready for it. Those mountains you can see to the south, right over the horizon, are actually in Mexico. Just love it out here, if you can't tell. Sort of way, lower the high landing gear and get this back even again, kind of, sort of. There we go. Liberty 72, when it goes back into production, will generally be filmed out here. And this is going to represent an alien planet colonized by Liberty 72 when it finally disappeared off the radar at the end of the series that ended in 2004 in season 2. We're going to pick up a couple hundred years from that. Almost all of it's going to be filmed in Cochise County. I've actually filmed a lot of plates already in California, Pima County, and Santa Cruz County. And Maricopa area, I don't know what county that's in, probably, I don't even think Maricopa County's in Maricopa, but it might be. But anyways, maybe Pinal. I'm going to bring a whole crew out here, a whole cast, to do the remote A-loop filming for a lot of scenes for when Liberty 72 is found several hundred years after it disappeared. What happened was the crew had actually left the ship, built a couple of towns, grown up within a couple hundred years to a new type of American frontier. And the storyline goes that they have to actually find people there that are willing and able to fly an old, by what to them is an old garbage cow ship as far as technology, fly it back to Earth to save Earth, which is actually going through some very interesting times. And we're going to involve some things that are the idea of the Langley Research Center out in Langley, Virginia. And that includes having these floating things way above the surface of Venus. And I'm very fascinated by the floating cities. Kind of reminds me of that Star Trek episode where, you know, the guy falls off and All the poor people live on the surface, and all the rich people live up there. And it's kind of along those lines with Venus. But it just takes one generation to actually wreck a society and turn it into a totalitarian regime. And that's where we're going with Venus. And all this kind of goes back to Earth has been lost for a long time before then. But the storyline is all going to involve all this very complex interaction between Venus, Earth, and the idea for Venus is you float these cities in an area high enough, and they just happen to have breathable air, very, very thin breathable air, but it's actually, you can live there. It's in the sunlight all the time, it's above the clouds, and it's very, very likely that we are actually going to have, within our lifetime, a colony on Venus stationed high in the stratosphere, which is very doable. And we're gonna actually involve Venus and Earth and Mars. Probably not Jupiter. I may hit Ganymede because I always had a real fascination for Ganymede Station. The life on Europa, I might not go there either. I've already covered this stuff before 100 times. Charon Station, which I know a lot more about now thanks to Alan Stern than I did when I wrote it. That's just Charon Station was basically a remote observation outpost for astronomy, communications relays, that kind of thing. But it's still there. But all things in space are timeless. The Apollo 11's footprints are going to still be there in the year that I decided to do this Liberty 72 project. And I'm very, very excited about it, and I'm kind of going to take some time during the grounding of the production, except for some things I shot today, B-roll, and I'm going to be very excited about getting it all wrapped up into production. And again, with the cast and crew, it's going to be an awesome movie, I'm telling you guys. I've put a lot of work into this one. And one of my main motives for surviving this cancer was to get it done, because I've really believe this will be my magnum opus and my crowning achievement. And I've really poured everything I have into this. But being that I'm actually losing money going to work, but I had to go in every day for the banner treatments anyway, it was good for me to keep working, but I didn't even keep